Alright, let's take this head on. So you've got this false belief hanging around like a shadow, telling you, I deserve to be punished. A belief that doesn't serve you, doesn't empower you, it holds you back. And it keeps you playing small. And that belief, it's a fucking lie. So let's rip it out by the roots and get to work. No more pussyfooting around. This belief is a damn anchor. And we're cutting that shit loose. You know how sometimes you do something that's not quite perfect. Maybe you screw up. Or you don't hit the mark. And the first thing you think is, oh, I deserve to be punished for that. Like somehow your mistakes or flaws deserve some heavy-handed karmic retribution. I've got news for you. That's some serious bullshit. Let's say you make a mistake at work. Maybe you miss a deadline, or you don't hit a target. How many times have you told yourself, I deserve to be punished? Maybe you berate yourself, feel guilty, and even feel you're unworthy of success. But here's the truth. Failure is feedback, not punishment. That mistake is just a lesson, a stepping stone. You take that feedback, learn from it, adjust, and fucking move forward. If you keep believing you deserve punishment for mistakes, you keep perpetuating the idea that mistakes equal pain. But guess what? Mistakes lead to growth, not punishment. You're not a failure, you're a learner. Let's say you make a poor decision in a relationship. Maybe you said something you didn't mean, or acted out of frustration. You might think, I deserve to be punished. But here's the thing. Punishment doesn't teach you a damn thing. The key is understanding. Understanding what went wrong. Taking responsibility and using it as a springboard to change. Punishing yourself doesn't help you heal. But forgiving yourself, now that's where growth happens. So why do we hold on to this idea? Do we deserve to be punished? Why do we crave this punishment? Maybe it's the way we're conditioned growing up, or the cultural expectations that we internalized. But this conditioning is nothing but a fucking illusion. Let me hit you with some hard science. The brain doesn't learn better through punishment. It learns through reinforcement, repetition, and positive adaptation. You punish yourself for mistakes. You're just solidifying a negative limiting belief. When you acknowledge your mistakes and then reframe them as opportunities for growth, you're wiring your brain for success, not failure. Let's take a look at a fitness goal. Imagine you've been working out hard, but then you skip a day. Or you don't eat the way you're supposed to. That voice kicks in. I deserve to be punished for this. I'm weak. I'm a failure. That voice is lying. You're human. People miss workouts. People eat junk food sometimes. But the punishment mindset keeps you trapped in guilt, which only derails your motivation. Instead, let me ask you this. What if, instead of punishing yourself, you just got curious? What's my body trying to tell me? What do I need to adjust? How can I move forward and get back on track without feeling like shit about myself? When you shift your focus from self-punishment to curiosity and improvement, your whole reality starts to change. Now let's break this down and chunk it up to the core belief system that's causing the shitstorm in the first place. The big picture, here it is. You don't need to punish yourself to grow. You don't need to hate yourself into success. You don't need to feel like shit to learn. In fact, you're learning right now. Just by being willing to question these old self-sabotaging beliefs. When you believe that punishment is part of your process, you disempower yourself. But when you believe that failure is feedback and you're capable of changing and improving, you empower yourself. The core belief is this. You're not deserving of punishment. You're deserving of growth, success, love, and forgiveness. Most importantly, self-forgiveness. So chunk it down. Get to the details. Let's get practical here. How do you start changing this deep-rooted belief? Start with awareness. The next time that little voice tells you, you deserve to be punished, notice it. Don't ignore it or beat yourself up for having it. Just notice it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Focus on the feedback, not the failure. Shift your focus to solutions. Instead of thinking, what did I do wrong? Ask, what's the next right step? Be kind to yourself. You're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to have setbacks. And now let's use a little NLP here. You know how the brain works, right? It's all about patterns of thought, patterns of behaviour. So when you notice the I deserve to be punished pattern, you're going to interrupt it with something new. Something that serves you. Something like, I'm deserving of growth and forgiveness. Boom. You just installed a new pattern. Let's take it one step further. When that voice tells you you deserve to be punished, you're going to interrupt it. Here's how. Pattern interrupt. Nice try, but no. I'm not punishing myself anymore. Reframe. Mistakes are feedback. Feedback means I'm getting better. New belief. I learn, I grow, I thrive. Simple as that. You're rewiring your brain to get rid of that old toxic thought pattern and install a new one. Now, why is this so important? Because the belief that you deserve to be punished is one of the biggest barriers to success. It holds you back from taking risks, from learning, from growing. The longer you hold this belief, the longer you stay stuck in self-sabotage. It's fucking toxic. Here's the science. Neuroplasticity means your brain is constantly rewiring itself. You can literally change your brain by changing your thoughts. Every time you practice self-compassion and learn from your mistakes, instead of punishing yourself, you're rewiring your brain for success, growth and happiness. So what happens when you stop punishing yourself? You grow faster, you get smarter, you become more resilient, you become more confident, you become more you. Now what about the karma of not doing this? Yeah, if you keep punishing yourself, if you keep believing you deserve pain for your mistakes, then you're locked in a cycle of suffering. When you start embracing your mistakes, when you shift from I deserve punishment to I deserve growth, your karma changes. You start attracting abundance, success and love. Because that's what you deserve. You're not here to punish yourself. You're here to learn, grow and thrive. Stop playing small. Stop playing the victim. Stop believing that failure means you're worthless. The only thing that makes you worth anything is what you choose to believe about yourself. Choose empowerment, not punishment. Choose growth, not guilt. Think of this, a tree doesn't punish itself when it loses a branch. It just fucking grows another one. It doesn't sit there crying over the broken branch. It learns, adapts and fucking grows. You're the same. You lose, you learn and you grow. Don't punish yourself. Get back up and keep growing. Are you ready to make that change? Ready to drop the false belief that you deserve to be punished and replace it with something real, something powerful? Good. Now fucking do it.